Arduino was the king of Italy.
Arduino is the name of a bar. Everybody wants to know where the name comes from. It's just the name of a bar where we used to have drinks.
Yeah, and that's how we start the story, where we say, yeah, Arduino was the king of Italy. I am David Quartielles, and even though I come from Spain, I'm right now living in Sweden, in Malmo. I'm also the director of the Physical Computing Laboratory, also called the Prototyping Laboratory at Malmo University. I'm driving this car on a motorway close to Barcelona, so I have to be a bit careful.
Hi, my name is Massimo Banzi. I am from Milan, in Italy. I teach physical computing, which is like just a weird name for saying that I normally teach designers and artists how to use technology in their own project. And by technology, I mean usually digital technology or electronics. And I teach in Milan at Interaction Design Institute. Arduino started at the beginning of 2005 when I met David. He was working as a researcher on a project at my university, and we started to exchange ideas on how we thought our discipline should be taught and what tools people should have. And we realized we had a lot of ideas in common, and then we started to kind of put together all these ideas, and we designed this platform.
So first of all, it's combined in three parts. One is a hardware module that we use in the workshops to teach electronics and how to prototype, how to hack different things and so on. And it's nothing but an excuse to bring the knowledge in electronics to people. Then the second part is an open source software package that is called Integrated Development Environment that we use to program the software that goes in that hardware platform. And then finally, we have a lot of educational modules, different examples and exercises that people can use to teach themselves how to work with electronics. The main feature of this whole project is everything is open source or is licensed under a Creative Commons license. So people can use it, can construct on it, they don't have to pay for using it. They could take the design and manufacture it themselves if they wanted and so on.
Yeah, one of the things that I think was important when I met David is that we realized that we both were big fans of open source software. And open source software is based on the fact that there's a bunch of people around the world that they want to work on something. And instead of buying the software, they start writing it and they start helping each other to fix it. So there is a huge element of community because you have to collaborate. So we wanted to build something that was super cheap, very simple to use, but essentially was based on a big community. So we started to give everything out for free. We opened the website, we immediately opened the forum, and we had a lot of people start contributing ideas. And in fact, this year we won a special mention at Ars Electronica in the community category. So not for the technology, not for the project, but I think for our complete openness. Well, at the moment, Arduino is used mainly for two things. One is that designers or artists use this little board, which essentially it's a small computer the size of a credit card. They use it to program it to make autonomous objects, so they use it to make interactive prototypes of objects, or they use it to make it interactive installations, or it's used as an interface for the computer in order to expand the possibility of interfacing a computer. So, for example, electronic musicians are connecting a lot of sensors and a lot of electronic devices to the computer through Arduino, and so they can make electronic music, for example, by dancing, by reading data from the environment and converting this information into music, into video. So it's essentially expanding the possibility of the computer beyond the keyboard and the mouse.
The Arduino project is even though it's a global project, is based really in working locally, extremely locally. So when we go to a place, the first thing we do is to organize a local group and a local email list we go to meet. So what happened in Barcelona is that from the beginning we started to collaborate with Hangar, the new media center, and they got really interested in using Arduino together with the platforms they usually use for their video installations. In this case was Pure Data. So after we organized the workshop, they organized an advanced workshop in software programming, and they invited some international programmers to come and teach this advanced workshop. And that was for the OFF festival. After that one, we also got invited to come to Sonorama. and we made a small demonstration that actually happened to crash my computer on stage. But badly crashed, hasn't recovered yet. Yeah, but it's always nice to work in Barcelona.